Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody doing today? Today, I'm going to talk to you about why it's important to set some goals. So, in order to set goals, we need to know what it is that we want. And we set goals because it's like setting the GPS in your car. If you're not sure how to get to some place, you put in the address and it shows you the way. It's kind of the same thing. So when it comes to your health goals, we want to get healthy and we know where we want to go. And we all kind of know what things we need to do. We need to eat better. We need to exercise, de-stress, sleep better, and have a strong community. So you want to start setting small goals that you can start steering yourself toward. By putting these goals in place, you're setting your GPS to get you to where you want to go. So there's a couple things to remember though. So goals alone are not going to get you to where you want to go. You need, one, to work on your mindset. Two, you need to know what it is again that you want. And three, you need to take action. If you don't do those three things, goals alone are not going to get you to where you want to go. So I'm going to give you some steps that you can take right now to start setting some goals for yourself. So the first thing before we start, and the first step, is to go back and review your last year, your last 6 months, your last 3 months, or you can go longer, your 5-year, 10-year. What have you been able to accomplish in the past that was one of your goals? Or what things are you very proud of that you were able to accomplish that someone else set up as a goal for you? So I want you to take 5 minutes, stop the video here and take 5 minutes and write out all the times that you've been able to accomplish those things that you wanted to, that you had set as a goal or someone else set as a goal for you. Sometimes we have people who set goals for us at work, and that's what happens. But regardless, you were able to accomplish the task and you feel very proud about it. So I want you to start with the right mindset that whatever it is that you will set as a goal is something that you can accomplish because you already have accomplished so much in your life. So success leaves clues, right? You know how you did whatever it was that you did, and you were able to accomplish it, and it got you to the place where you want to go. So that's your first step. So go ahead, stop the video for 5 minutes, and then come back when you're ready. All right, hopefully you did the exercise and now you came back. And the second step is for you to write down what it is that you want. So most of us will know what we don't want, but not what it is that we want. So you can start by writing down all the stuff that you don't want, and then taking the opposite and writing it as what you want. And then you can look at it and see, is that really something that I want? So if you ask anybody, they'll say, I don't want to keep working in the job that I'm at right now. I don't want to keep living the way I'm living, paycheck to paycheck, or I don't want to live in pain all the time from my knees hurting, or I don't want to live worrying about my health all the time and my sugars. So you can go ahead and take the opposite of that. You want to live what's the opposite, and then you can decide if that's what you want. So since we're focusing on health here, I want you to really take the liberty to imagine your life if anything was possible, anything at all, and you have a chronic disease and your goal is to reverse it and be healthy, even though many people have told you that's impossible. Well, I want you to imagine it could be a possibility. So why do I want you to do that? Because if you from the start make limitations on what you can accomplish, that's what you're going to accomplish. And we know there are many instances out there where people have cancer and then they go on remission on their own, or where people got cured all of a sudden, they were very sick and now they're better. So there's a lot of clues that there are things that we deem impossible that can be something that we can get. So I don't want you to limit yourself to say, I'm never going to get healthy. I want you to start with imagining the impossible if that's what you want. You want to get healthy, you want to reverse your condition, you want to stop taking all the medications that you want. But remember, like I said before, just imagining or writing down what you want is not enough. You need to, one, change your mindset, two, take action. So once you know what you want, we want to set some goals so that you can take some action and you have a plan on how to get there. All right. So if you're not sure, I can give you some examples. Maybe you have always wanted to write a book, or maybe you always wanted to lose weight if we get back to our health, or you want to be strong enough so that you can open a jar. You always wanted to go on a trip, but you're worried that you won't be able to walk and see the sights. You want to be able to play with your grandkids, but you're always in pain and not able to get up. Whatever it is, you can put it as your goal. Remember, there's no limit. There's no barriers here, no time barriers, no money barriers, no barriers. This is if you could just get whatever it is that you want, including travel, writing books, having your own business. So you can take the same approach toward your life. Just dream big and write it down. And you can write down as many things as you want. It doesn't have to be one thing. So I want you to go ahead and take another 5 to 10 minutes to get you started. It's not going to get you done, but at least it will get you started, and write down the things that you really, really want. You can go back and think about in childhood if you had big dreams. If there's still maybe the dreams that you want, write them down. So after the 5 minutes, come back and we'll continue with our steps. All right, so let's continue with our steps. And I do have notes because I want to make sure I don't forget anything that I am telling you to do. All right, so now we want to take a look at your list of all the things that you want to do. And I want you to go through each item and figure out how much time would it take you to get that goal. So there are things that we can do in a month, 3 months, 6 months, a year, the things that could be 2 years, 3 years, 5, 10 years. So for example, if you want to write a book, you could do it in 6 months, but realistically it's more like a year or two, right? So if you want to travel and you don't have the money, how long will it take you to work toward getting the money to travel? So I want you to put a number next to each item, and that number corresponds to the amount of months or years that it will take you to accomplish your goal. Okay, go ahead, take a few minutes and do that. Go through the majority of your list. You can finish up later. I'll give you a couple more minutes. All right. So now what I want you to do is count how many things you have on your list. Do a quick count. So this is step number 4. Go ahead and do a quick count of all the stuff that you wrote that you want. And remember, if you haven't finished, you can always go back and finish and revisit all these steps. So say you have 10 items on your list, or 20, 25, 50. There's no right or wrong answer. So look at your list. How many things did you put a number next to it that you can accomplish within 1 year? So say if you have 10, out of those 10, you put 8 things that you can accomplish in 1 year, and only 2 that you can accomplish beyond a year. Okay, now you know your number. I would bet for most of you, you put the majority of your list as something that you can accomplish in 1 year. And that is because we all overestimate what we can do in 1 year, but underestimate what we can do in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. Okay, so just keep that in mind. You will have to make a decision as to what's more important for you. You're not going to be able to get your 8 items out of your 10 done in 1 year, probably. So start thinking about which of those things are more important for you, but I don't want you to do anything about it yet. All right. So number 6, I want you to make a promise to yourself that every time you accomplish anything, no matter how small it is, that you put as your goal. So say you made a plan that your goal for this week is you're gonna walk 3 days out of the week. At the end of the week, if you walk all 3 days in that week, I want you to celebrate. So no matter how small your wins are or how big they are, I want you to celebrate all of them. Now, how you're going to celebrate is up to you. You can reward yourself with a new book. You can reward yourself with a bubble bath. You can reward yourself by, maybe having your nails done, whatever it is. I want you to reward yourself. And I want you to stop here. And this is number 5, step number 5, that you're going to celebrate. You promise yourself you're going to celebrate every single win. And why do we do that? Because we tend to focus on the things that we can't do, or all the negative stuff that we always do, and not on the positives that we do. So another thing that you could do is have a running list of all your successes. So every week, write down what you were able to accomplish and keep a running list, someplace where you can see that you've done so much. We tend to quickly forget the things that we accomplish and focus on all the things that we have to do. But I want you to take a moment every day to see that running list and see all the stuff that you've been able to accomplish. Just like when we started with what you accomplished before. It gives you a sense that you can do a lot more than what you think that you can do. All right. So number 6. I also want you to keep in mind that whatever it is that you're setting as a goal today, it's not set in stone. So I don't want you to worry that I may have picked the wrong thing. So whatever the goals are that you picked to do for yourself, they can be changed. Your life changes, your focus changes, and what you thought was important today may not be important tomorrow because you outgrew it or because you finally were able to figure out what it is that you want. But we need to start moving in a direction, and in order to do that, we need a goal. So at any point, you can modify your goal. You can delete it if it's no longer important to you, or you can add new ones. So say you accomplish a goal out of your list, add a new one after you celebrate, of course. All right, number 7. So I want you to take a look at your running list. And now I want you to pick 3 that are the most important for you. So number 1 would be the most important goal for you. 2 would be the second most important, and 3 would be the third most important goal that you put down for yourself. Okay? And it doesn't matter how long you think it's going to take you to accomplish, but if they're the most important things, those are the 3 things that you can work on. Feeling 3 is too many, and you're feeling overwhelmed, then just pick 1. You don't have to pick 3. Most people work well with number 3. So you can just pick 1 and pick the most important one. Now, I want you, once you pick what's important to you, we're going into step number 8. So let's work with the number 1 goal that you have, because that's your most important goal. But you can do this if you pick 2 and 3 as well later on your own time. But let's work with the number 1 goal. I want you to take about 5-10 minutes and stop the video and write down, why is this goal important to you? What would it mean to you if you could accomplish this goal? And what would it mean if you can't accomplish this goal? So what are the rewards and what are the consequences? But most important, the why. Why is it important? And the reason we do this is because if your why is strong enough, the how you're going to get it done is not as important, because you will find the way. If it's important enough, if the why is important enough, you will find the way to get it done. So go ahead, stop the video and work on this for 5-10 minutes. Okay, hopefully you did the why, writing the why. And now we come to number 9. So this is where mindset comes in. You need to figure out, what does it take for you to get that goal done? So what kind of person is able to get that goal done? If you know someone who has been able to do that before, then model that person. But write down, what are the qualities that they have? what are the actions that they take to get the things done, to get them to that goal? What are the skills that I need to learn or get in order to get that goal done? Do you need to go back to school? Do you need to do training? Do you need to do mindset work? So write down everything, all the qualities the person who has accomplished that has, and then look at yourself and where are you lacking? What are the things that you need to pick from that list to work on so that you can become that person that accomplishes that goal? Okay. And, we'll say, I want to be a coach. Well, I've never been a coach. So do I need to go take some classes to become a coach? I don't know what kind of coach you want to be, but if you want to be a life coach, you need to go through a program. You need to make sure you know how to help the people that you want to help. So you may need to take 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, whatever it is, take some classes to become a certified coach. All right. So the more you become the person who achieves the goal, the more you achieve, the more you become. So it's kind of like reinforcing itself. So what kind of person must you become to achieve the goal that you want? Is it somebody who keeps their promise and to yourself, your appointments with yourself, to do exercise, to make sure you have time for meal planning, to make sure you're eating healthy, to make sure you're de-stressing, meditating, breath work, whatever it takes? So I'm going to give you some key takeaways here that will help you. So when you first start doing this exercise, put everything that you want on the list. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to get everything you want on the list, but it will help you hone in to what you really, really want. So put everything in the list. You can always take it out later if it's not important enough. And so that's number 2. If it's not important enough, take it out. You put down whatever it is, a house on the lake, but now you really want to do more travel than staying home. So maybe the lake house may not be something that is that important to you. So take it out. Be positive. So behold the possibilities. So like I said, be open to being able to get everything that you want. Don't let yourself start by limiting what you think you can get. So be positive and think in terms that you can get the things that you really, really want. Be a little negative. So beware of becoming a different person and getting different values in order to get what you want. So that means cheating, being negative, getting happiness at the expense of others. You don't want to become that person. All right. And the last one, number 10, is before you leave your seat today, before you go and do anything else, you want to take action. So action is schedule, even if it's just one item, schedule it so you know you're going to get it done. So you want to lose weight. You know you need to move every day. So schedule a time that you can go out and move and do some exercise for you. Even if it's 10-15 minutes a day, schedule it for yourself. If you don't take the time and the action, you're never going to get your goal done. Okay? If you need to take a class, make a time where you can sit down and research schools, programs, and find out how much it costs. It may mean that you need to get the money first. But take that first action, put it in a calendar, make sure you don't leave this video without scheduling at least one action. Like I said, if you don't take action, nothing's going to get done. Okay. So I hope this helps you in setting goals. And goals is just a plan that will get you somewhere. So it's a GPS that will show you the road to get somewhere. Unfortunately, or fortunately, getting healthy or getting healthier, it's not a destination, it is a journey. So enjoy your journey. It's something you need to continue to work on and do it a daily habit in order to become something that you just do without thinking. So make sure you practice daily the habit that you want to become part of you. So you want to exercise, make sure you do some type of movement or exercise every day. So make sure to repeat the action over and over and over. Just because you worked out once doesn't mean you're healthy now. And just because you ate broccoli once doesn't mean you're healthy now. It's a whole bunch of different little steps that add up to get one big change. So take time to do some goal setting for yourself and revisit those goals on a timely basis. So every month, every 3 months, every 6 months or so, I wouldn't go beyond that. I usually like to do quarters, but I also do a small revisit every month. Quarters seem a better timing because it gives you enough time to work on getting that habit as part of your daily routine, but not too long so that you can let it go and forget about it. So hope this helps and go set some goals. Bye.